Hey everyone, and welcome to another helmet ballistic test video. I am Mike B, and behind the camera we've got
Devin K.
All right, two helmet nerds, as you might have known already. And today we've got one that we've both been wanting to test for a long time, and I managed to get lucky and grab a couple of these this winter, one for my collection, and one that's not in not so good condition to fire. This is the French F2, and it's made out of Spectra. It's commonly referred to as the Spectra helmet, but that's actually the material it's made out of, not the design, right?
Right.
So you want to explain what Spectra is a little bit?
So Kevlar is a brand name of aramid fibers. It's actually owned by what's the really
DuPont.
big DuPont? Yeah, owns Kevlar, and 3M's version of their composite aramid fiber is actually Spectra.
Yep.
And it's, for all intents and purposes, basically the same thing. Spectra is slightly more UV resistant and has a slightly longer shelf life. That's
And
about
a little
it.
bit heavier too, right?
Well, a lot of that has to do with the resin that's being mixed with it. That's not
Sure,
the
but
fiber
it's
itself.
slightly heavier, right?
The fiber itself, no.
No, but like what I'm saying is like this helmet, if this was Kevlar, this physically does weigh a little bit more than a Kevlar helmet would, and I'm not just imagining that.
It all depends on the resin that's being used, but the fiber itself, like Kevlar's just the fiber, it's
But
not
it's
the
resin,
material. Yeah.
All right. So anyway, that's a little nerd discussion. Sorry about that. Anyway, so France currently issues this. Austria uses these.
Nobody really uses them anymore, actually.
Really? Oh, where do they go to?
Well, the F3 is for France, and Austria is kind of got a conglomeration of a bunch of other stuff right now.
F3. Oh, shit.
The feline helmet, yeah.
God, I gotta get my facts straight. Must be the heat. Anyway, so yeah, so this was standard issue for France from the
They're
90s.
popular in Africa, though, and this is also one of those helmets that is very popular in Ukraine right now. So.
All right. Well, we're going to be running it through the gauntlet. I just want to first give a couple disclaimers that I have to do on all these videos because it shows up without fail every time, okay, so a lot of people will watch part of the video and they'll still comment with, well, you're destroying a piece of history, or it's not made to stop direct hits. Devin and I both understand that. We have for a long time. And regarding the history part, well, we think that doing tests like this, just to kind of see, because it's something that we've always wanted to do, and other people have wanted to do this, they just can't necessarily afford this, or they don't have the means to shoot or whatever. We think the value gained from doing these tests is far outweighing the actual historic value of this particular piece right here. That's why we do these tests. Second, we know they're not made to stop direct hits. These are made for fragmentation, or somewhat fragmentation, mostly debris and stuff like that. That's what helmets have been made for up until very recently. So we don't expect this to stop anything, but we're pleasantly surprised when and if it does. So those disclaimers aside, I think going to the shooting, right?
That's right.
All right. So we're gonna be starting this off. We're gonna be shooting at about 5 yards. It's really close, but it's partly so we don't miss, and it's actually a pretty close quarters realistic scenario for a handgun. So we're gonna be starting off with the 32 ACP. It's a 71 grain full metal jacket bullet out of the Czechoslovakian VZ50 pistol. Cool. So it went in. Is there any back deformation?
Just a tiny little dimple.
Just a
Nothing
tiny
major.
little.
You might be able to see.
Oh yeah.
Essentially,
Here we
just
go.
a little bit, but not much.
So it did its job on the 32. Because Kevlar, if you're watching the steel helmet videos, Kevlar and steel perform. They do their job a lot differently. So just the fact that it went in is not the problem. If there was a lot of back deformation or penetration, that is the problem. So far so good.
All right, so past 32 ACP. Now we're gonna shoot it with 9 Makarov. Don't know the weight. It's just commercial tool ammo though.
Did you hit it? Or was that a rim?
We'll find out.
Like,
That wasn't there. Did it bounce it? What's that?
let's try that one more time.
All right.
I didn't see it, but you're hitting a little bit low, I think.
Okay.
I think you got a hit on that. Yep, perfect.
Right on the rivet.
What do you got for deformation?
Little bit.
That's a little bit, yeah. It's a little bit more than I'd like on a 9x18.
And
but,
it did pop the rivet, so.
Yep. Which is not unusual for a hit right next to it.
Right next to the rivet, yeah.
Okay, so far it's not doing so bad. Now we're gonna be rocking 9x19 millimeter, 124 grain full metal jacket out of the Beretta M92 FS. Oh, that sucks.
Went through, or did you just nick the rim? Well, there's the whole bullet.
Oh shit! No, that's a Makarov bullet.
Well then,
that wasn't there before though. What the hell just happened?
I don't know. Here, where'd you hit it?
Did I hit it through the Makarov hole?
No, there's your hole. It went right through and out the side like that.
Oh, well, how did that Makarov end up over there?
I don't know. There's no entry.
Oh, do you know what I think happened?
What?
It went up through the fucking layers.
Oh,
that's
it
the only
traveled
way
across
because
the whole top of the helmet. Yeah.
But I didn't see that before. That wasn't there. We'll have to go back and check out the film. I don't know what the hell happened. That's one of the weirdest things.
That's pretty.
I'm gonna try to get a more square shot though, because I'm not really happy with that one.
All right. All right, go for it. I didn't cut it, so go for it.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm just gonna do another shot because I don't know. We spoke too soon about our awesome shooting skills. Now you're
pretty much. Well, it gets weird when you deal with this composite materials. There's a lot of weird shit this stuff can do, even. So.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? All right, so I saw that right there.
The little poof. Yeah, that seems more consistent.
Yep, that's okay. I just wonder what the hell happened. I'm really genuine. That bullet's out now. We'll have to recover it. I'm genuinely curious what happened there.
What happened to that, yeah.
Anyway, yeah, you got a little bit of separation happening on
the rim.
Right there, on this side of the, that's just the way it's layered together though, so. Cool, so far it's pretty consistent with other composite helmets. Yep. All right, now is the deciding factor. It's the deciding factor because 2 world wars. I'm just kidding, I messed up in talking, that was my bad. We're gonna be shooting the 45 ACP, 230 grain full metal jacket out of the
Colt 1911.
Woo! Sorry about the wind, guys. This is what happens when you're actually out and I'm not in my mommy's basement making videos. Jeez, was that... Oh, you hit the rim. Why don't you try that again? Because it is hitting a little bit high, so I told him to aim a little bit lower than what he probably should have. So it's not on him. All right, let's just step back and do another round.
Well, we got to get a new magazine.
Oh, well,
that one got hung up.
Yeah, great pistol. So much ammo capacity. All right, you're good to go.
All right.
So probably aim at the rim this time, I would assume, right? That looked like a better shot. No, you hit the exact same. No, that was mine. That's not.
Oh.
Here, we'll make the target. We'll make the target nice and big for you.
I'll move.
It's weird too. It's tricky with those sights.
All right. Here we go.
If you're not used to it, it's different.
This is a terrible handgun. Now I aim too high.
Just get it in the center of that area.
All right.
There you go. You just need to get yelled at a little bit.
I do.
Okay, so there we go. Let's see the back deformation really quick. Okay, so it actually did not pen. This was the rims being shot. That's pretty typical. So it did not penetrate even with all this damage in the general vicinity of it.
Popped another rivet though.
Well, duh. That's a lot of inertia, but like, so anyway, it's performing fairly well so far. Now will be the deciding factor. So now we've got the 7.62 by 25 millimeter Toke Rev. I don't remember the grain on this one. It's the 80s Romanian surplus, so it's fairly hot. I don't remember the feet per second. But this is the deciding factor for especially composite helmets, but some steel, of how resistant it is to rounds. Because this does not get along well with armor, or armor does not get along well with it. So here we go. Okay, that was right in the ear.
Yeah, that's about correct. Just a nice, tiny, almost invisible hole.
It defeated it.
It did.
Oh, I smell it burning.
Cancer.
At least the winds are blowing. It defeated it, so we'll do the 357 and then we'll move on to rifles, it seems, right?
Sounds like a plan. All right, so it stopped Toke Rev, so now we're gonna do polar opposite side of the spectrum. Lots of energy transfer, very heavy, big bullet, 142 grain semi-wad cutter out of a Ruger GP100 357 Magnum.
Did you not hit it?
To wheel it around that much, I don't think I did though. Well, probably went through his face.
Yeah. Maybe. Yeah, there you go. You want to put it down a little bit.
Yeah.
We were doing so great on the first two videos.
We were.
It's bound to happen.
All right.
That was a hit. That was already in a spot that was defeated, so if it defeated this, that'll be good.
Very crunchy.
Pretty deformed. Well, that's already, it's a multi-hit area. So as deformed as that was, and being the multi-hit area, it defeated it. That's not actually terrible.
No, that guy might live. Probably not, but maybe.
Well, there's quite a bit of
trauma there. Yeah.
But the helmet itself defeated, and it's burning again. You can smell it.
That's right. Doing pretty good for something from 1998.
All right, we will we'll put it down at about 100 yards and take some shots with some rifles. All right, so we're gonna be shooting this at about 40 or 45 to 50 yards, somewhere in there, with the M1 carbine, using 110 grain full metal jacket, Korean surplus. Little hug.
Little low. There you go.
Whoa. So I hit it right there. And it grabbed it, but that deformation, you're going to be done.
That's dead, yeah.
And also at this point, there's not enough, let's see.
There's not a lot of room to really keep hitting this thing. And our head broke.
Our volunteer is no longer with us. What do you want to do? You want to call it at the M1 carbine, or you want to do a hit there?
Well, let's do 139 against it.
Because that's what it would be going up
That's what it would have been going against.
Yeah, we'll do a 39 and then we'll call it, because we're running out of room to hit this and it's really deforming quite a bit.
Yeah. Which
is fine. Like, it's doing what it's supposed to. I believe it, yeah, it defeated that M1 carbine.
Yeah, but it's just not a fair test if it's this beat up, you know?
Yep.
So.
All right, so we're going to hit right there. I'm not going to be able to have a head on it.
That's all right. He's fine.
Yeah.
I don't read Chinese.
All right.
yeah.
So, you're good.
All right. So now we're gonna shoot the French F2 with a 7.62 by 39 out of a, what is this? A Serbian?
It's Chinese.
Chinese SKS.
It's Albanian used, but yeah.
Same difference.
It's made in China. Well, you hit the steel behind it, so just aim a little bit lower. I did not see that.
It's going to be hard to tell with this anyways if we actually get a hit, because it's...
Well, that place is that I got it, like...
All right, we'll give it one more just for good measure.
Here, step over this way.
Oh. So we're not hitting the plate over?
Yeah.
Over? All right.
Step over right here, actually. You'll be fine.
Okay. Now watch, I'll hit that other plate.
No, you'd be right in the middle of them. Just high. Yeah, that's okay.
I'm hitting a little high.
So aim probably towards the bottom of the rim.
All right.
Closest to us. That was a hit. Let's go up and check her out. So he got a grazing shot, which is pretty standard, but it was angled down like this, so it was actually more direct. And yeah, it just blew out one side, or went in one side, blew out the other. Nice clean little hole. So that's about as expected for, what is this, Gen 2?
Pretty much, yeah.
Kevlar. Gen 2 composite helmet. Don't sue me. Anyway, we'll wrap the video up and tell you what we thought. All right, so overall, not bad. This is a pretty common performance from a Gen 2 composite helmet, like I just said. Not terrible. They're not designed to take direct hits. It deformed a little bit more than I liked on the smaller cartridges, but so did the ECH. So, I mean, I guess it just performs a little bit differently. Very similar to Kevlar in performance, and that's that. But yeah, I understand why these are popular. And that's really all I've got to say. It performed like a standard Gen 2 composite helmet from most countries we've tested so far. So, all that being said, good design. It defeated the 7.62 Toke Rev, which is usually the indicator of, yeah, it's going to be okay. So, all that being said, that's all I've got. You got anything to add?
Take us home.
Take us home. All right. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more cool content like this, you can become a Patreon supporter or a channel member on my channel, and you should also go over and check out Devin K's channel because he does the same stuff. Or not the ballistic test, but like we do the same kind of material. He knows stuff that I don't and vice versa. A lot of cool content over there. He's also got a Patreon. When you support my Patreon, you support both of us, because without the Patreon, I would not have been able to buy this thing. This was like 150 bucks to get it from Europe, and they're not cheap to do a 10-minute video on, but again, the intrinsic value and the kind of scientific value is more interesting, and it's worth it to me. So with Patreon, we're able to do stuff like this and other really expensive helmets that people have been wanting to see forever. So $5 a month or more in either method of support gets you into my Discord server, which is really fun. We have a lot of cool talks in there, a lot of cool information exchanged. I actually learn a lot from my Patreon supporters, so that's really cool, and it's pretty interactive and whatever. So yeah, if you want to do that, go there and check that out, and I really would appreciate the support financially so we can do more cool stuff like this. Now, if you want to support our work but you just can't do it financially, I totally understand that. That's not an issue at all. You can still support our work by, liking this video, subscribing to both of our channels, and also sharing this video out is really the best way to help spread, a channel and help it grow without, helping it financially, because, people might not know that this video exists. They might want to see what their country's helmet or what their favorite helmet design can stand up against without having the means to do it themselves. So by you sharing that also supports the channels immensely. And if you're in the third category and you don't want to support either of us and you're just kind of like, whatever, well, you've already supported us by watching this video. So I appreciate everybody who watched this video, and we'll see you on the next helmet ballistic test.